So I did watch this cartoon movie, Injustice, with Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, all that kind of stuff. And I forgot that, DC is dark. I forgot. I was reminded of that later on in the movie. It was kind of like a slap in the face. Or not necessarily like a slap, more like a flick. And it reminded me that I was watching DC and that they do like to do gory things occasionally, or like, blood and sadness. Very, very deep sadness. Anyways, this one was good. I liked it. This was funny too. It was funny, aside from like all the, death. It was funny. It was really funny. I'll give it that much. But anyways, so it started off. How did it start off? I think it started off with it started off with Superman and Lois Lane. I think Lois Lane was like pregnant or something like that. And she was coming to tell him like, oh, I'm pregnant. And he was like so happy, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. But I already knew something bad was gonna happen because usually if there's any kind of like bad thing or fight that goes on within the Justice League, it's for some reason Superman got upset. He lost his mind. I'm like, y'all, please take him to a therapist because he cannot have, y'all cannot afford for Superman to have a fragile mind, okay? Because if he snapped, everybody's gone. Y'all are the Justice League. Y'all can afford anything. Like, go and get a therapist. Go and get a therapist, like, right now. Anyways, so the Joker, oh God, why? The Joker had to get a hold of her. The Joker, that man just destroys everything. And then he was talking about, all of them Batman face talking about some, I finally did it. Like, and it's the way he was talking. And I was like, I don't believe that Bruce is going to kill him. He's just not, Like, now in some of the maybe future Batman movies, maybe he'll break that rule that he doesn't kill anybody. But I was already convinced that as of this movie, that he was not going to kill anybody. And the Joker's like, I'm not going to kill you. Even after what you did to Lois Lane, I'm not going to kill you. And that was some pretty messed up stuff. How he had, I think he took kryptonite and fused it with some kind of like poison gas, like his little, Joker gas. It made him hallucinate, thinking that Lois Lane was like, I think, Doomsday, and then flew up into the atmosphere. And I'm like, well, if she wasn't dead, she is now. And I was like, and there goes his mind out the window. And so, he was so mad. I was like, oh, see, they didn't unlock the crazy Superman. And basically, Bruce was so convinced. He was like, I don't care what you did. He's going to grieve, but he's going to be fine. Like, he's still going to be the good man that I know he is. And he was giving him all kinds of props. And Superman took him and threw him in the trash. He really did. Like, and I was like, come on, Superman. Like, he was going to bat for you. And he goes in there and, like, Hadouken punches the Joker right through the chest. I mean, blood everywhere. And Batman, the look on Batman's face, when he did that to the Joker, he was like, the Joker has taken more from me than anybody. How do you get to do that? Now, I don't think that Bruce would be that petty, but he was shocked. Like, I think it was more of like him being shocked that he actually did it. Like, that he actually killed somebody. And I was like, oh no. The look on his face was priceless. Anyways, so he was like, oh no. And so then he goes to him and he's like, you have every right to be angry. You have every right to be upset, but we don't kill people. That's not what the Justice League does. He's like, no, Bruce, you don't kill people. You don't know how I feel right now. And he was like, look, you just need to go for a hike and just take some time. He was like, take some time and grieve. But no, he was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm going to stop crime permanently. Like, you don't want to do anything, Bruce, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, oh God, what is he gonna do? And he's going around to all kinds of like, national leaders and like, people talking about sign this bill, do this or else, putting his hand on their shoulder, and they're like, okay, whatever, and they just sign away. Because who's gonna stop Superman? Unless you've got like a kryptonite bazooka, a gun that has, a silencer that has, kryptonite bullets in it. Which, like, who's gonna get those? Who's gonna make them? Where they gonna get them from? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, and then Wonder Woman, I don't know what she was doing, but I was like, I kind of shook, because I was like, I was shook it, because I was like, Wonder Woman, what are you doing? What is you doing, sis? Because I would think if anybody, would have been, like, standing with Batman, it would have been Wonder Woman. No. She was like, you know what? I agree with Superman. We need to do something about these people. And if it wouldn't have been for them, maybe Lois would still be alive. Well, she didn't say all that, but you get the gist. And so she teams up with him. And a part of me felt like she only did it because she wanted to be with him. Which, you know what? I'm not here to throw stones. But then again, maybe she really did feel a certain kind of way, you know, the same way he did. And so, well, at first. So then she, you know, she's helping him do all this stuff. And then, you know, Batman's like, we gotta stop these people. Like, we can't keep letting them do this. So he teams up with, you know, with Nightwing and a few other people. I think it was Oliver or Ollie and a few other people. And there, I think it's like on YouTube somewhere. This clip of Batman, Batman jumped in the bat, whatever you want to call it, the helicopter, and he has Nightwing with him, and he was like, I think that, you know, Robin talking about I think that he's doing the right thing. Why are you trying to stop him? Like, you need to be the first person that's going after the, you know, that should have been the one to kill the Joker and blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. And, you know, Batman was like, get in this plane, get in now. And then, you know, Nightwing was sitting next to him. He was like, you know, he was like the nicest person in this entire movie, really. He was like, man was like, get in, he's like, you got two choices, get in this plane or get in this plane. And he was standing there like, well, I think, you know, Superman's doing the right thing. And he literally just looks at him like, and he presses that button and closes the ship up and just took off. Like, he didn't even exchange any more words. And it's just the savagery. I was here for it, and it was funny. And Robin was like, oh, I see how you gonna do me. And then he gonna go join Superman. And I'm just like, really? Really? Anyway, so he goes to, then they fighting at the doggone prison. And then, you know, Batman pulled a quick one on Cyborg talking about he must have uploaded a virus to my hard drive, you know, when we met. And I'm just like, that's funny, first of all. And second of all, I mean, I guess you really can't take chances, you know. And in the case that something like this happens, it's sad that he had to do that. And I guess, like, you probably would think, oh my God, Batman, how could you do that to your friend? But again, like, when things like this happen, can you blame him? Like, can you blame him for not thinking ahead? Anyways, then they start fighting, and then freaking Robin killed Nightwing. That made me mad. Like, and then Batman was so upset, he picked him up. That was like, you know, I know that Robin, I think the Robin in this movie was Damian Wayne, so technically that was his son. But Nightwing was like a son to him too, and he like picks him up, like the way he picked him up and was like holding him, like that was his son too. Oh, that kind of broke my heart a little bit. Okay, it broke my heart a lot. And he looked at Damian Wayne and was like, I thought I could redeem you, but I was so wrong. And Damian Wayne was like I even felt a little bit bad for Damian Wayne. I was like, see, look what you done did. Look what you done. And then he goes home and he's like punching stuff because he's just so upset. And it's like, you know, I know that Superman was upset because he lost Lois Lane, but guess what? Bruce was grieving too because his son killed his other son basically, and there was really nothing that he could do about it, like, to make it worse. Because it's not like he could, you know, choke him out. Like, anyways, and then, you know, at least Superman went and got Catwoman. I'll give him that much. He went and got Catwoman. It was like, you should definitely go pay him a visit because, yeah. And so she goes there, and one of my favorite parts in this movie was when, like, she comforted him. I just thought that was so, I thought that was like chef's kiss. That was so beautiful. Like when she like stopped him and she like took his mask off and he was like crying, you know, and she like literally wiped his tears away and she like hugged him. She was like, oh, it's okay, just fall apart, I'll hold you together. And I just thought that was like, okay, top tier. Okay, any woman that does that for you obviously cares about you, one, and two, you're blessed. I'll just put it that way. Anyways, so they're still going on doing all this stuff. He's killing more people. I think, yeah, he started killing more people. And then, like, he was trying to do something. Oh, he was trying to team up with Ra's al Ghul, whatever. And then even Wonder Woman was like, okay, I have to draw the line here. And he tried to turn on her. And this is like after he like I said, Ra's al Ghul, the whole scenario with him helping. Well, and he killed some people too, but him helping, like, Superman, talking about some, see, they're just trying to use kryptonite to, like, get rid of you and all this kind of stuff. And they killed superheroes, man. Ollie, they killed him. Oh God, I was like, y'all get on my nerves. Anyways, and then like I said, when he was doing all that stuff and he was out in the field, and they were like, that's like I said, that was when Wonder Woman was starting to like, waver a little bit. And I'm like, now Wonder Woman, she was legit like, before she, drew the line, she's like, I forgot what she was saying, but she was, I guess trying to like make a move on him or whatever, talking about something, you can count on me. And he was like, I appreciate that, but it's a bit too soon. And I'm like, I don't know what she expected, but she took it, gracefully. But I feel like that was kind of messed up, because it's like, the man just lost his wife, or, well, I don't know if were they married? I can't remember if they were married. Well, basically, he just lost his wife and his child. Like, did that ever cross your mind? Like, he might still feel a certain kind of way. Like, I don't know how much time had passed, but still, Like, and I'm like, I think, I don't know, whatever. But that's just me. Like, I don't know how much time had passed, but still, that was a bit dense, shallow, I feel like. But anyways, like I said, I'm not here to throw stones. Anyways, so, they, Batman got with the last few people that he did have on his side, and they were like, coming up with a plan. And I was like, okay, so I need to know this plan. I need to see what they're coming up with. So they're fighting, Superman was out there, and so they brought the other Superman, a Superman from another universe. And I was like, oh, so that's what they were doing. They went and got a Superman from another universe, and, was trying to talk to him, and he wouldn't even listen. And then they ended up having to, and then, like I said, this is like after he had turned on Wonder Woman. I'm like, first of all, after everything she's done for you, how are you just gonna throw her to the curb like that? But we see you. We see how you doing, people, Superman. Nobody could talk to him. So he's fighting the other Superman, and he won. And then they brought Lois Lane from another universe who had actually lost her Superman. I forgot to who, but lost her Superman, and she was pregnant. And he was like, it's Lois, but you're not, my Lois. And she was like, and you're not my Superman. And she was like, and and he died, and blah blah blah, and this and rubs tummy that, and and I don't know, even in those few words, like I guess his mind, wherever he lost his mind, it came back to him after seeing that, and he finally realized where he went wrong. And Superman was like, you know what, I'm sorry. And he was like, and so Batman came up to him with a few people that they did have. That's where I skipped something. So he teamed up with Ra's al Ghul, and basically this man created like a robot that was like killing people left and right, like without discrimination. It was like he basically was trying to do a whole thing where it was like, we're trying to stop crime, period. But it's like, okay, what if somebody accidentally ran a stop sign? Of course, it's still against the law, but should they get blown to bits for accidentally running a stop sign? No, but not according to their robot. And that they had to fight that first. Then Wonder Woman was like, I don't know about this no more. And then they ended up fighting each other, and then they brought the Superman, and then they brought. But after all of that happened, Batman went to him and was like, we're gonna make a prison on a red sun for you, and you're gonna stay there. Like he was like, you know what, you can give me all the apologies you want to, but because of you, too many good people have died today. Like Cyborg was killed. I forgot what Hawkman, I guess that's his name. He got killed. He was like, too many people got killed because of you. And he basically just accepted his fate. He was like, you're right, and I won't fight you. And he was like, I'm not, we're not going back and forth, if you will. Like, and I was like, man, look what you done, Superman. You done screwed up the Justice League. And I was just kind of sad because, like if anybody deserved to go around killing people, it should have been Bruce, especially the Joker after what he, all the stuff that he did. But I don't know. I kind of felt like, well, I don't want to say that he got off easy, because like he finally didn't understand, what he did wrong after talking to, the Lois Lane from another universe. But why did it take that for him to understand? Like the friends who you have, I thought you cared about, who you fought with, they weren't good enough to tell you what you were doing was wrong. That's just what I'm like, and I get it. Sometimes some people can have a deeper impact than other people. That's completely normal. I completely understand that. But it's like as somebody who's as powerful as Superman, again, where's the therapist? You can't be Superman and be that crazy. Like, you can't have the kind of power that he has and be that dangerous. You have to have a diligent, strong mind. Like, if you want to be upset, go out into an open field and like use your brave vision. Like, punch a hole in the ground. But you can't like snap and go around killing people and just doing whatever you want. Like, you're too powerful for that. Okay? The earth does not deserve that torment. Okay? Nobody else did anything to you. Okay? And so I was like, where's the therapist? Like, y'all need to have a contingency plan to stop him if he goes crazy. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm sorry. I'm like, and I feel like the only person who would understand that and have that done would be Batman. He would be like, look, I care about you. You're my friend, Superman, Clark, but you're powerful. Like, you're a superhero. I'm just a human. And there's not a whole lot of people that can hold their own in the fight against you. So if you go crazy, we need a way to stop you. And if you can't understand that, that's too bad. Like, and kryptonite is not enough. Like, y'all need to do something else. Like, y'all need to have more than kryptonite. You know, and I was just like, like I said, like, I'm not trying to be like lacking in compassion. I'm just like, look, you gotta understand, as somebody as powerful as Superman, you cannot afford to lose your mind. You cannot afford to do something crazy. You cannot afford to be unreasonable, because people will suffer because of you. Anyways, it was a good movie. Like I said, that moment when Batman was like, get in, or get left. And he was still mouthing off, talking about this, that. And Batman just looked at him like, he literally like narrowed his eyes at him and then just closed the thing and just took off and left. I thought that was hilarious. And, you know, oh yeah, and then that moment at the end where like they were talking about, oh yeah, we need to like, you know, not take people for granted. And, you know, Catwoman laid one on him. I was like, all right, anyways, but tell me what you guys think of this movie. This movie was good. It was kind of sad, but they had like, you know, it's good parts in it. But tell me what y'all think about this movie in the comments below. Did you like it? You know, I know they make a new one like every so often, but I guess we gonna keep watching them, you know. So, but yeah, tell me what y'all think in the comments.